Hey everybody, welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero as we slowly make our way through the game. More slowly than I want to. Should I apologize again? I will apologize again for the lack of updates or the slow frequency of updates on the site. I just gotta work on that. Alright, so, the Hall of the Mountain King. First things first, let's talk to our good old dog Blue. Blue? Hey, Blue. They don't keep the roads up too well, do they? Not down here. Who do you think is responsible? Yeah, who builds the roads on a weird... I don't know even what this is, another dimension? Look at the bridge. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in despair. Alright, Johnny. What you gotta say? Time to cut him loose, ma'am? Are you bored? Nah, it's a slow night anyway. I'm happy just tagging along. Alright, up to the boardwalk. Well, you know, that's what that sound was. In that previous episode, I was like, what is this weird sound? It's our robot leg. But for some reason, it's not when I run. I'm pretty sure it's a robot leg, but it's not playing when we run around. It's like playing when other people are running around. I don't know. A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Yeah, it feels like it's like somebody back here making that sound. I don't know who. Maybe it's not our leg. Looks like it's like June bug. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. An open pet carrier. A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. Doesn't sound very good. There's a backpack? Oh, is that a person? A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Are you a person? Well, let's look at the fire, I guess. Bonfire crackles reverberate through the cave. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Oh, hello, Amy. You are a person. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interest at heart, while really, you're in love with the young woman as well, and so you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections. But it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. I didn't really make a good point of describing that, but she was speaking to different people, to Shannon, then to Conway, then to Junebug. What are you talking about? No, you're right, it's insipid, derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot bodice-ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus, steaming up the windows. We could ask her why she stopped writing, or we could tell Ezra, like, you shouldn't be listening to this. You know what? Anyways, but why'd you stop writing? You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. Ha! So I went back to the university and I studied human computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. It seemed to amuse Donald. So now I keep at it. Or I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. Are you telling me that this whole thing, this like Route Zero, is all a computer simulation? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Look back at the fire, maybe? Pilotus, yeah, yep, we already saw that. Look back at Amy. A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. And then finally, another person, an old man. Hello, old man. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Yeah, why do you make those weird sounds when you walk? I don't understand. Maybe it's not our robot leg. Where the old green river runs, through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? Oh, you've caught a verse of my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky where my love a lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs, through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Yeah, sorry about that. That's probably pretty terrible. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is, what were we talking about? You know what? We're a bit lost, actually. You know what? No, let's ask him about the computer. What's that computer over there? It looks like harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot? Or to flower? No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively, and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. That's to say nothing of the software, but you look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? Sounds like it would short circuit? Certainly, but not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others, and it grows in non-linear chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through a simple application of classical horticulture, but we can't produce specific results, only tendencies. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. But we are mere gardeners in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. What? Did you say something? Look, you were gonna tell us about the software? Oh, the software! My life's work. Xanadu. You've heard of it? Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you're too late, fellow hypertext enthusiasts. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. And then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? Well, I drive deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. Or I fix TVs and I'm about to lose my lease on my workshop. Or my family disappeared. Julian and me don't know what to do. Wow. Not really, says Junebug. No, I think, you know what? My shop's closing after I've been a delivery boy my whole life. shuffling around the dusty ghost of antiquity. Well, I have my ghosts. Now I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there, in Xanadu. It's running on their glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. Alright, Andrew over here, and then to Xanadu. Hello, Andrew. Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, in this cave... if this cave were larger, could it... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How do you characterize this space? The one we're standing in now. It's endless, it's a mess, it's kind of spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for a baby. You know what? It's kind of a mess. Catastrophe! Or the site of some ancient catastrophe, anyway. Sure, the evidence is all around us. What's that burning on the fire? Mysterium tremendum! It sends the shadow scattering, momentarily lights the mouths of unseen tunnels. The fire is constantly reshaping my... Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Only if you close yours. Okay, I can do it from memory. Oh, good, now. You are standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. Well, that was, useless. Thank you, Andrew. Sorry to, disappoint you? No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting with no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed something, or someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor, instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Excuse me. Donald warned me that it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer. And I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write. And all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. Alright, see you later, Andrew, you crazy madman. A massive gate constructed out of scavenged materials blocks passage down to the far side of the spire. Alright, I guess we just go to Xanadu then. No, oh, there's also Roberta. Hello, Roberta. Kingdom is in peril. Well, what else is new? Where is this kingdom? You're in the throne room. There are 3 legendary treasures hidden throughout the castle that will restore these ruins to their former glory. What do they look like? She's messing with you, kid. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, and a magic mirror that prevents the future. A magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence. The kingdom is in peril. All these people, they need help. Alright, I can look at Xanadu, or I can make a connection with Xanadu? And turn Xanadu on? I don't know what that, icon was supposed to symbolize. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Okay, I can go back to Donald, but I'm gonna connect to Xanadu, I guess. How do you think we get it started? This whole thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. Well, we press the key, I guess. And run. Run the simulation. Act 3, Scene 5. Xanadu. All right, we'll keep this going. All right, this is different. Xanadu, yes. At Den of Argo? Okay, this is wildly different. You are skiing at the eat of and you is the this thing's in rough shape. Try blowing on it. Conway blows some dust off the keyboard and presses the return key. And 18 road small around. Okay, that's worse. Try typing help. It kind of looks like a house. Type house. Hats and all coordinate. Alright, now we're in a cave. We're not in the house anymore. You are in Victor, although east-west passage with everywhere. Or remove the code we're trying that Brixton. That's ripping off. Did that say Lula? Lula. Donald, let me out. I've got the machine and it's part borrowed from the School of Music. Something, something, my voice. Joseph has something, something punch cards and he's transcribed for something. He's typewriter, add the paper to the reader. Yeah, there's a typewriter. And you've got the CRT display. How's your back holding? I don't know. Damn, I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degosser with me. Old systems like this can build up a remnant magnetic field. It sort of warps everything along whatever pattern it's settled into, you know. That was really good about, I really like doing those on the CRTs. If you're an old person like me, you would remember the CRTs and you'd have like the degauss button and then you'd go wobbly for a second. It was pretty great. The degausser clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway, like shaking a snow globe. It's worth a shot. Degauss that. There you go, it's the all of the mountain oink, I think it said, I don't know. Well, that didn't work. After what may have been year, you stumble to a tunnel, a something, something, something. Well, okay. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like something, and the center of something, an enormous rock spire, is where you set up your something. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. It's a lost cause. What a piece of junk. I don't think we really learned much from that. But thank you for that experience, game. Act 3, Scene 6. Hall of the Mountain King again. You know what? Maybe this is a good time to end. Maybe we'll prematurely end this episode here at 20 minutes. Because we don't know how long the next bit is going to last. But yeah, let's go ahead and end this here. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed all of that with the weird reading and the singing. But and I hope to see you again next time.